Hey guys, yesterday I just saw Chronicle and I want to give my brief review of it. So, to be honest though, I've seen the trailer, but back then I didn't know what the movie was called. I mean, I've heard, no, I'll take that, I haven't heard of it. I've seen trailers of it where these three high school kids, have powers and they do this. I saw a trailer of it, but I didn't see the ending of the trailer where what it was called. I'm like, what the hell is this? So then I heard many people talk about Chronicle, how it's going to be great, and all that, and I saw posters of it on Google Images, and I thought it was a different movie, actually, because there's these stupid pictures of high schoolers, being fucked up on drugs or something. Like, there was pictures of it. There's one that's doing a joint, and I'm like, what? I don't know. I thought it was going to be like the same, but like, what? No. That was just people making up their own fucking pictures, for Google Images. And to be honest, I think Chronicle is a really, really good movie. I thought it's going to be like the same kind of movie, about kind of like I Am Legend, or no, Hancock. Where this guy or group, or him and his friends, get superpowers and they don't know what to do with the power, well, basically, just do it for GERD. GERD? I don't know. I just got up like a few minutes ago and all that, and the good or do something bad and all that. But I think they're really good. And yes, the movie is done in POV view. Well, person. It's like this guy records it from his camera he bought, and it's from a point of view. The whole movie is like a POV movie, kind of like like Blair Witch, and many others, But I thought it's alright, And the thing that bothered me with this is because I was sitting there thinking, I don't know how it's gonna be in POV shot, because I'm like, it's great, but can there be like a cut to this? Because it can't be shooting in like one go. Like no cuts. It's like, oh my god, just cut. They cut. Because who would pay 40-some bucks, to see a movie where it doesn't cut, And the characters, there was the three characters are Matt, Andrew, and Steven. The main character is Andrew, and he's got a camera, and his father's a drunk. He worked as a firefighter, but then he lost his job, and he's a drunk, and his mother is dying from cancer. Yeah, cancer. She's on chemo. She's got that little thing up her nose like this, and she's like, and then she's coughing real bad. He tries out his new camera, goes to his cousin, Matt. Hey, I got this new camera. You want to try this out? Yeah, sure. Can you put that camera away? Why? It's creeping me out. And then there's a part where he puts the camera up there with the cheerleaders. I'm like, really, dude? You're not going to get girls if you just put a camera and start videotaping the cheerleaders. You'd be like, who should I do first? No, I don't want to do her. No. Maybe. Not so likely. And one of them says, hi, can you not tape us, please? Okay, it's kind of creepy. And you think? I mean, jeez. And then they have a party, and then Matt told Steven, Steven's this black guy. He's like, alright, go tell my cousin Andrew to get his ass over here. Tell him to bring his camera real quick. There's this gigantic hole, and they go inside the hole, and there's this big, glowy thing. I don't know what it is. They don't even say what it is. You got it, Phil, and then and of course something's gonna fuck up the camera. Like it's making like a little cling. I can't hear it, man. I can't hear it. Is this good? Is this good from what you're seeing? I guess so. It's fucking bright. And one of them, Steven, goes up to her and touches. It's like, ooh, and I don't know. I thought there was something moving, like there's like vines moving. And then all of a sudden it goes black and it goes red and then cuts to black for like maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Then they start testing out their powers. Like they can do an under ball, and they throw a ball under and it goes whoop. do a side throw, whoop, and boom. And they start doing their powers, and the way they do their powers is funny. They go to a store, and one of them, Steve, I mean, takes his teddy bear, like, oh, it scares this little girl, oh, you better stay in school, and then one of them says, I want to pop his gum, and then he's like chewing gum or something, I don't know, and he's like, oh, and then does another thing with that, and it knocks him out like this, woof. And you're like, oh shit, we gotta run. Why are we running? I don't know, let's just go. And then they can fly. Okay. They can do their mind tricks and that. They can also fly. And let me tell you, the special effects, it did not look fake at all. Because I'm starting thinking, well, okay, well, how's this gonna work for special effects? For CGI effects and special effects. But it looked like it was not like fucked up from a computer or something, like, CGI. It was really good. Kind of like with Thor. The stuff that should look fake looked really good. And the stuff that didn't look fake looked really fake. Like what Spoonie said in his Thor review with his brother Miles, and I have to agree with him because yeah, it's because in this movie, what was meant to be fake was not fake. It was really good. And there's this part where they're flying. They're really flying through the clouds, all that. And then flies with the camera. I'm like, good God. I'm starting thinking this could be good in 3D. And then, yeah, it would really be great in 3D just to see that point of view. You're flying around, whee! He starts talking about himself. He's in a junkyard by himself, and he starts talking about, I read this thing online, and it's like, this thing they call it the apex predator. Where it's like a lion should not be ashamed that he crushes the fly. He should not be ashamed. And he starts doing this, like like crack his knuckles if I can do it. But if I can, like that, I'm the apex predator. And I'm like, really, dude? And there's a scene where, okay, I've said much about it. I want to talk about the ending because that's where I didn't like the ending. Because Andrew is now really possessed by his power. He's stealing money, and Matt says, Andrew, don't do this, alright? I'm the apex predator. Oh no, and then he starts flying, and people are looking at this. Oh my god! Oh my god! It's two Supermen flying around and something. And then there's a part where he's really pissed off, and he starts going, Aah! And Matt's like, stop, Andrew, stop! And then there's this big statue with a spear. He's like, don't make me do this, man. And then he does that, and then, boom, stabs him right through the chest. And then cuts to him, Matt, in Tibet. Because in the movie, Andrew wanted to go to Tibet where it's like peaceful and quiet just for a couple of moments. Just to experience, and he does. He brings his camera with him. Not Andrew's camera. He has his own camera. He says, well, I'm gonna find out what this is about. Like, how do we get our powers? What that thing is. I'm gonna start finding research about it. I don't care if it takes me 10 years or whatever. I'm gonna find it. I'm like, dig up the fucking hole and pick it up, put it in a container, and give it to the scientists and discover it. Research it. I mean, is it that hard to do? If that was me, I'd go there, dig the hole really big, get a big container where it won't touch anybody, They want a bunch of super people flying around. And then take it to the scientist, and then he'll analyze it. Simple. I mean, you don't have to spend your whole fucking life on just figure out, how did this happen? How do we get this power? And to be honest, they never mentioned about that. There was no news headline saying, there's a big gigantic hole, there's a rock down there. No, they just like, oh no, we don't want to discuss that to the news. Let the kids discover it. They'll get powers. I don't think they do. and they get powers. So this movie is really good. Except for the ending, which I don't care. And Andrew, for some reason, Andrew just reminds me of Magneto from X-Men. I'm serious, you know, it's kind of like Charles Xavier fighting Magneto. And, I mean, it's, Andrew goes fucking nuts at the end, where he's become possessed and he starts saying this bullshit, I'm the apex predator. I don't know, he's just, I didn't care much about Andrew at the end where he's fucking obsessed, you know, and he's mad, you know, and yeah. It's a good movie, actually, you know, the CGI and the special effects is really great, and the cameras, the POV shots was really good. You know, it's not like, I don't know, like many bad POV movies. But I'll say this, though, it's way better than Cloverfield and the Paranormal Activity movies. Yeah, I said it. It's better than Cloverfield, that piece of shit movie that came out on my birthday, on my 12th birthday. And it's way better than all the 3 Paranormal Activity movies. Yep. So those movies are stupid. To me, they are completely stupid and pointless. They can't get a POV shot movie to be done. This movie, this is how POV movies should be, okay? I mean, it's a great movie, so if you guys have the chance, I recommend watching it. And hopefully I'll do more movie reviews. I mean, I've already seen, let me pull it out. I've already seen Thor and Captain America. So, I didn't get to see it in the theaters because, you know, of school and all that from last year. But I got them on DVD, you know, I got Thor, and I got Captain America on the Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy. Yeah. So that's about it, and stay tuned for my other review that I'm going to do next time. Next time I'm going to review The Grey, because I saw that, and that's a great movie, but I'll get that review done probably tomorrow or Tuesday, you know, depending on how much school homework I have. So that's it, and thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you later.